Signal Chasers.
Hello, Internet. We may have a problem. So, I've joined into the server for Signal Chasers. As you can see, it's brought me to the You're Dead Respawn Somewhere. And looking through this list, there's no respawn for the Signal Chaser. So that means not only has something happened where my character is dead, it means that the ship medical bay is not working. Now, this could just be that the ship somehow ran out of power, which would be odd given it's not had that issue and had a ton of uranium in it. But who knows? Maybe uranium evaporates and all the uranium evaporated. More likely, though, I think something may have happened. So, my plan here, we're orbiting Europa. So if I respawn in a Europa pod, let's see if I can do this row. And now we should probably land. So while we're here, the Europa, well, all the respawn pods have a little hydrogen thruster. My plan here is to land like so. Do probably some light converting of this ship so that I can basically pump it full of ice and fly it to the moon. Or, well, in this case, to not the moon, to wherever home is, which I think, yeah, is on the other side of where I am, but that's fine. Now, there should be enough stuff on one of these to build some tanks. With some hydrogen tanks, I can process the ice, and I should be good to travel. So I'll need one of those. I'll need a remote control. That should be good to start. Whoops.
Inventory full.
Right. Stick some junk in here. What fun starting from scratch again. Luckily, I have a bit of experience with this sort of thing. I should squeeze myself in here. Oh boy. It doesn't like me being in it. That may help a little. Maybe. I'm gonna get the computers and whatnots out of this. And I can probably get rid of this as well. Plan to throw... I should just need... maybe only one small hydrogen tank. We'll reorient just so that I'm flying forward. Probably won't strictly matter, but it'll make it a little more comfortable. You know, so that strong unknown signal up there just changed. What if... I'm wondering if this wasn't, someone just blew everything up. What if the ship got stolen? I don't know how I deal with that. This is the content creator part of my brain thinking I could have a fun, like, I have to rescue my ship from space pirates. Which would be brilliant, but the actual coordination of such an event, that's probably a player called Goodbot, not the in-game helper. So something to note about, this ball of ice I'm on is it is a ball of ice. Which means, starting in a pod like this, I actually can't do anything. The survival kit can't process any ore, and there's no stone to be found here. I was pretty sure I'd have enough stuff.
Inventory full.
But I may actually not have enough to be able to build all of these and a tank for fuel. Because I don't know what else on here actually has computers. I think this is how you whisper to players. Hope that worked. Don't know. It did a whisper and a non-whisper. Probably good. Yeah, so Inji is a person I've been... Well, we know at this point. I don't have to... See, this is weird, and I should comment. So, what episode just went live? I think it was like 11 or 12. This is probably episode 35 that I'm recording. So, my brain is in a weird space of, in certain places, I need to be a little more coy about what's going on than in others. This is the future that I'm in now. It's hard to remember that sometimes. Okay. So, do small cargo containers... They do have one computer in them, but I'd need 2 more. I'm in a tricky situation. I could grind down the O2H2 gen, which means I only have the fuel in that small tank to fly on. Or I grind down that tank to build my gyro and fill this with ice and just process it en route. I'm pretty sure... Uh-oh. Response back. Nothing left. Been mostly playing NA4. Yeah. Alright. Well, Funk will not gain our wrath, but... Looks like we may have been discovered. Can't remember where I was before getting distracted. But, tank go away, you become, I'll just throw this in the chair. I didn't think of that. I can check if the ship still exists. Okay, the weldy exists somewhere. There's a 1 block, 1 grid. The signal chaser does exist. 462 blocks sounds low, but... I don't know. There's a floating welder head somewhere. There is a 1 block of a static grid left, so... Oh no, there's 6 more. Well, so the ship is out there somewhere. Okay, maybe we see if we could do one last valiant effort. If I don't die of lack of whatever. So the ship is out there. First clue would be probably to get back to location and see what we can find. I apparently had a dramatic anime scream partway through my typing. Anyway, okay. We have a lead with this contract block thingy. So, well, that's not a great start. We need to chock this thing full of ice, get up to the home asteroid, and then from there, we can use the stone of which the asteroid is to, I guess, build probably a battery and a contract block. Okay, I guess I should take those out. And we're still full. Okay. Well, I guess I should... Given there's a nice convenient black block to mark what I'm looking through, let's give ourselves a window. Alright. What are things? So that should be on. Gyroscope is on. I should just be able to take control. And up we go. Okay. Now, the downside here is I can't actually easily see how much fuel I have in reserve. But these things, it does not take much at all, I've discovered, to depart from a moon. In fact, we're probably going to clear gravity just with the momentum we have now. Yeah, and we've not used very much ice at all. Okay. Guess we should start trajectorying this away. It's gonna be a little weird, this flying, but should be alright. Somehow we're still picking up the ice from our ore detector that's broken. Alright, well now I just coast for a while. This is, again, something that will have already been stated on this channel, but I'll state it again because it's a different series. The nice thing about this sort of flying in... Actually, have I? I think I don't remember what I've done and haven't done in life. Because of the speed cap in Space Engineers, you can thrust in a direction and you won't just infinitely build up speed. You will redirect slowly in that direction. You can see by the little navy ball fella, we're now going straight forwards as opposed to not straight forwards, which is what we were doing before. And we can tell a little bit by the smoke trail coming out of somewhere in this ship. I'm not sure exactly where. Now, the report from NG was that there was not much left at the location. I don't know if he literally meant there is physically nothing remaining, or if, you know, it was just scraps and clearly ransacked. But looking at our... That's not it. Oh, it's because I'm in a grid. I can surely safely exit the grid. There we go. So, I do still have... So, the Signal Chaser, which I think did just lose. I thought it had 463 before. That might not be a good sign. Signal Chaser, some of it at least still exists. I don't remember how many blocks are in it. That might be right. There are some static grids, though. Not a ton. But if, like, a battery survives, that'll give me a good start. I can just build this contract block and then hopefully find my ship. Alright, I got distracted talking for a while, but we are very close now. Obviously we can see the asteroid, though not much on it. That was weird. We'll go ahead and try a little turn and burn. This is some proper space flying here. I have no idea how I'm doing it. Though, yeah, that seems to be working. Trajectoricate myself. Use the trackball to know when I'm pointing pretty much straight backwards. Yeah, I don't see much of much. I think that flat bit where the GPS mark is at was where the base was. At the very least, this'll, you know, give me the stone I need to build my hunting gear. I don't know what of the text messaging I'll leave in the edit, but this does a tip for anyone playing on a server. In general, everyone in Space Engineers is very friendly and willing to, you know, help and be good people. But that's not a guarantee, and there are definitely people who enjoy, you know, pirating and whatnot. And honestly, that is part of the game. That's part of the adventure and part of the challenge. So, as much as it can be kind of a bummer, you know, it's what to expect, and you can always play single player with NPC mods if you don't want such risks. Just be careful what NPC mods you choose. Now speaking of risk, yeah, there was very clearly a space station here before. Let's see if we can't make the audience nauseous. And bring our momentums down. Just, you know, focus on the pod, or maybe close your eyes if you get motion sick. I say after doing the motion sickness inducing stuff. Okay, that's probably good. Now, how much? Oh yeah, still got plenty of ice. Let's see. Yeah, so this flat rock was where the diner was. As we can see, it is no longer here, nor is the ship. Interestingly, the voxels have been reset. I wonder... I'm pretty sure voxel resetting wouldn't, like, sever grids from the thing. And clearly the ship is out there somewhere. But that is something I've wondered about the Unnamed Splitsy Hunt series, which now I know is going to exist, so I can talk about it. I had something happen, I don't think it was on camera, but I actually, the landing whatever and the freezing man, when I came back on, like, the next day, everything was gone. I had to basically do this, start from scratch, fly up in a pod, and, you know, figure things out from there. So I'm curious if something like that happened here. It somehow clanged out everything, causing the ship to explode, and once enough of the ship was exploded, maybe it floated off somewhere. It could have done enough damage that everything's just kind of disappeared. Right, so I can make stuff for a solar panel. And I should be able to make... Well, I can make steel. I don't know if I have enough to make everything for this tracky-majigger. So, it's the contract block. Okay, apparently it just takes 1 girder and 4 construction components. Foolish us, we didn't realize that this complex space terminal was actually just a stick with 4 screws in it. Process all of this. That basically means all I need is a solar panel, and I should be able to build and power this thing. In fact, let's just see, because I'm curious. I wonder if I even need to actually power it. I'd assume it needs power to work. Just, you know. Oh, interesting, so it's still showing a grid here. I wonder if one of my blocks is under the ground somewhere here. Oh. Okay. So, the thing on the right was very wrong. That explains my confusion. Well, that's fine then. Get some more steel. What do I need to place? A solar panel? Steel. Okay. So we have a store. Well, so a little bit of shenanigans. NG, you maintain yourself as friendly but apparently they did have a tracker on me. But someone else has removed the tracker. Thought I got another piece of steel. I do. Oh, does this block? Okay, apparently the sides of this thing don't count. Right. Let's get as much of this as I can in it. And we'll build the rest. Maybe I can probably get this a little closer. Try and dump some of that junk too. Remote control. This feels very Lunar Landers all of a sudden. Okay. That should be good enough. Right. Set all the bits. Wonder what thing couldn't be produced. I don't know. I said it was good, but actually I'm annoyed that I can't. It was moving faster than I wanted it to. I should be able to just stick it down here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. On the ground. Doing some good old space mining. Who'd have thought in what would probably, well, what will probably be the finale of this series? Though, honestly, I kind of expected this to be how the finale went, so, you know, in some way or another, we were bound to get here at some point. Hopefully I can set up this contract to, I guess, just be in perpetuity. And then take it. Because there is a chance, if it's far away, well, I'd probably be better served spawning somewhere else and getting to it that way. And I don't actually have all the time in the world to record today, so we'll see. I'm hoping, you know, someone came by, glassed the thing, the unpowered bits of the grids got deleted, and the ship itself just floated off into the void. In fact, before I go through all of this, it's not just like floating around here, is it? I did have that thought, that thought earlier, and I'm not sure. I may have finished it. You know, it's hard to know with me. But I had that thought about someone got that strong unknown signal. What if they took my ship and are using it to hunt down the strong signals? Which would make sense, you know, that's what it's for. But that would mean, one, they're actively here right now using it. And two, it's probably far away and I'm not going to be able to get to it easily. Oh, I think that's the thing I can't build in this is glass. I don't think I actually need the glass, though. I think it's just extra strength. I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm too worried about this construction to feel the urge to build it fully. So I need 1 display, 5 steel plates, and 6 computers. For some reason, it's not putting those to production. Or no, it has them. just not giving them to me. That's annoying. I mean, I know that happens sometimes to some people, but it's never happened to me. Build Vision disagreed. Okay, and it does look like this needs some power. So I need more silicon. Yeah, I should have enough sun to do this. Now, it would suck to get this produced right when I run out of solar power. Gonna get rid of some of this stuff that I don't need. Clogging up inventory. Keep the gun, though. In case I have to fight off space pirates. Just pirate back my spaceship that they pirated. Okay, we're probably good on silicon now. Alright. Power to the thingy. Contract has that. That's a store block. Dang it. Let's get some extra steel. Could have sworn I placed the right thing. Contract. You. Okay, good. They take the same stuff, so it wasn't a waste. Okay. Administration. New contract. I will pay 1 space credit. No collateral. What if I just do 0? Search. Target grid. The signal chaser. Search radius 0. Oh, no. Don't give me collateral. Alright. Create. Right. Yeah, perfect. No penalty to myself. No limit to the duration. It'll give me the exact GPS. And I get 1 space credit. Okay. 19 kilometers away. That's not that abnormally far. I think we can do that. Right. I need to remote. Control. The evil P button. And go. Alright, signal chaser, if you're out there, we're coming. I should probably... Oh, no. I should probably not lag away from the shuttle. But I should equip the weapon. Just in case this gets hairy. Now, this is a reasonable-ish kind of position if things got all blown uppy. And the ship just sort of drifted away. You know, it'll drift for a while, depending on the speed it's going, before it gets stopped for, you know, drifting. The server will eventually stop it, so hopefully it's still here. Though NG had a fair point, for the station to be completely gone, either it would have had to have been cut from moorings and turned into a floating grid, or someone would have had to have been there and either ground it down completely or separated it and stolen it, which makes sense because it was a pretty slick diner. So it's about a 50-50. Either this is a, you know, steaming hulk that once was my ship, or they took it, floated it off kind of somewhat nearby but fairly far away, hoping that they wouldn't be found, and we're just kind of, floating there. Oh, I see something. That looks like a grid. Looks vaguely triangular. Let's start slowing process. Alright. I can't see the damage, but it looks like the ship. I mean, most of it seems to be there, which is a good sign. At least the front half. Right, strike what I said. Looks like maybe less of it's there than I thought. Yeah. That would explain a few things. That looks like a Hulk. Bring our pod to a stop here and investigate. I don't feel confident there's much left of this to salvage. Alright. Just in case it's a pirate trap, we'll go in guns ready. Yeah, that looks to me like the tank went critical. Though... Nope. Well... No, yeah, definitely not. This was ground down, and I think this was ditched. It's possible that this was just damage, and on the grid reloading in, it looks, metallic versus just dinged. But given the context of everything, I think that I don't know. It's hard to make a judgment. Either this was ground down and scrapped, or it was exploded. No, but given the air vent is still like that, this was ground down. They scrapped some bits off it. I don't know if the tank went critical or if it was just cut out. The ship definitely took some hits. Either way. Yeah, built by Red S Games. I'd love to see... Is there anything on this ship not owned by me? There's a bunch of incomplete. And I'd love to see if there was anything here taken over, but my guess is probably not. If they did strip it, they didn't do a good job, because obviously there are still valuables in it. There are thruster components, there's some medical components. So it may just have been that the ship was badly damaged, floated out here. For some reason, some blocks decided to revert to ground down versus, blown up and smoking, and others didn't. I can't really say. But what I can say is thank you everybody so much for watching. I sound a little down, because I am a little down, but in reality, this was part of the game. This was part of the risk and part of the fun. And really, I'm struggling. Obviously, the diner's gone. That was going to be the end of the series anyway. This was going to be probably the last episode regardless. So, this is how this one went. That's how life goes sometimes. Everything blows up. But it was still a great adventure, and I had a ton of fun. I loosely interacted with some really good, friendly people. So, it's not a total loss, and, as sad as it is to see the ship gone and in this state, I have a blueprint, so that's not a big deal. And it kind of gave me what I was looking for, which was, an adventure. I wanted to... My goal, the real goal of this series, was to build a ship and have fun with it. Just traditional, good old-fashioned space engineering. I'd say we did it. So, thank you everyone so much for watching and for making these videos. Yeah, I'd make them anyway, but it makes it worth making knowing other people enjoy them. Feel free to check out any of the other videos I've done or become a member with that join button if you want to see what I do in the future and, pay me to do it. And until next time, bye-bye.